we have some snow in North Carolina, eastern North Carolina, to clarify, the Piedmont area. And it's our second snow of 2018. So we had to do a little prep because the first one caught us a little off guard. So handsome Charlie man had to do some work. I hung out and took care of the baby as usual. And well, I did some. We had to do some quick prepping because we're not in any kind of permanent situation with any of our animals specifically yet. We're still working on it. So we had to do some temporary fandangling. Turned out okay so far, I think. The chickens have a scrap constructed shelter home, and the horses have warm, fresh water, and we have the ability to see in the evening if we need to feed them.
Yeah, so during the winter time, it gets darker earlier. So for our horses, we had to run electric out to the paddocks from the house, which is a pretty long run. But we need to do that to be able to plug in de-icers, because the other week when it got down to -4 and snowed, it became impossible to break the ice after it was really deep. So we bought de-icers, we ran electrical out there, and because it gets dark and you have shorter days during the winter, we went ahead and installed a light where we feed them so that if we're running late with our chores, which always seems to happen.
Not always, but frequently.
Frequently. On shorter days it happens.
Even when it's snowing, chores need to be done. And it is almost dark, so time to get the horses and get them some food.
Wonderland.
When was the last time we had snow this deep?
When we were in Telluride, it snowed here 15 inches.
And how much do you think we've gotten tonight, or today?
It's like,
At least a foot.
I would say it's more like 6 or 8 inches.
Really?
Hey, hey! Ash! Jesse, Spider, Matt!
Hey, hey, hey! Come on!
Ding, 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 dinner time!
They're gonna make us work for it. They're like, nope, you gotta come all the way over here and get it. Jesse!
I'm gonna wait here in case they double back. Good job, babe. How you feeling?
Out of shape. Here, Dad. Come on,
why we have a light.
I love it. Such a great job, whoever installed that light. Ooh. Wonderful.
I want to add more lights. What else did we do?
I already mentioned the chickens.
Shauna did the chickens. She did a phenomenal job with the chickens.
What I think I'm going to try to do is secure these overlapping panels here in the center, and then bend these down and secure them here after I have put this up here and bent it here. So the corners, for the most part, are covered, minus a few ventilation spots. I also put this here to arch the tip because the tarp we had was sinking in because it was just chain link. So it was like sagging real bad in the center. So I put this and I'll pull it the rest of the way through, but it'll also create a better bit. Put this one and that one up on this final panel so there's a little bit of a overhang. If we need it, we might not need it, but it's a little short here. That's why I was thinking of doing that. And then we might need more metal if we can close it up here. Like if we end up, if we want to fully close this part off, all except for maybe an opening, then we'll maybe need one or two more hooks.
They haven't been outside all day long. They love their new
Little
contraption.
makeshift home for now. All recycled materials.
From our very own barn.
Yes, remnants of.
We oiled our boots.
Yes, we oiled our boots. We pulled out snow boots for some of us.
Yeah.
And what else?
We've created a space under the house for our dogs because they are mainly outdoor dogs, but when it gets cold like this and snowy, they need a nice place to go. So. Want to go in?
They enjoy being outside more than inside. Specifically, our little beagle hates.
There's a cat, a bobcat, just tried to attack my foot.
Jones, come here. He's like, what is this white stuff?
But they do enjoy going underneath the house, where we've kind of created a makeshift workshop temporarily because we've been tearing down the barn. So we've also set it up for them to go under there, where it stays around 54 degrees, and they're comfortable, and they can go in and out. We just cycle them in and out the way we would inside our house. You ready? Ready to go in? Okay.
We also had to prep our own well house because
The well house is, it's been here for a very long time. It really probably needs to be rebuilt. There's not a whole lot of insulation in here. Everything is above ground in there except for the pump. The pump is a submersible. We have a very big expansion tank above ground. We have a big tank because this tank handles the house. It handles our livestock right now. We have multiple wells on the property. This is the only well that I have working. And that actually will freeze. We really need to put some insulation on these walls and do a few more things to shield it from freezing temperatures. That's one of the projects that we want to get into, but at least right now we can plug in space heaters if it gets too cold and keep the water from freezing, at least at a very minimal heat temperature going on inside of there. When I ran electricity to the paddocks for the trough, de-icer, and the light, I also ran an outlet within extension cord distance to the well house so that we can use that to power some space heaters. We also had to make sure that our generator was up and working, because when you live this far out, if the power goes down, and our power has been flickering pretty much all day, which means that there are different people in different parts of the grid losing power. The snow is pretty heavy on the trees. It's gonna pull them into some power lines. In the event that our power goes out in an ice storm, I like to keep our generator just on it. We have a roof right here, just inside here, that is easy to access. If for some reason we're out of power for several days, we can still power up our generator and get our well pump working. We need to make sure that we can still get water. We can survive without a lot of things, but we cannot survive without water. So we're not off grid all the time, just when it actually happens. And that way, if the power goes down, we can turn that thing on and we can make sure that our family still has adequate water. Mm-hmm. We still have a lot of things that we need to do, like actually bury water lines to the troughs and things like that, because our hoses freeze up, but we'll get to that in a few more years.
In the interim, we've been using the heat strips that we were actually using whenever we were living in the camper out here. We are again utilizing those to wrap and make sure that we have continually flowing water to the horses' troughs, because the ponds that we have on the property, because of the last snow, they completely froze up, which was abnormal for us. That doesn't usually happen here. So
it's global warming. Things are getting colder.
I love how much snow we're getting right now. I was envious of other places, how much snow they were getting to enjoy, but this is perfect for me. I love it. But the animals, on the other hand, we've got to make sure that they are still taken care of, and they're loving it just as much, if possible. So we've been able to reutilize a lot of things. So now we're ready to just enjoy some of this white wonderfulness. Hope you guys are staying warm and safe, and we'll talk to you soon. No. Oh. Fine.
I didn't even, that wasn't even on your skin.
This is cracking me up. Hello. We're not going to New York City.
I grew up in Florida.
I know, that's the hat, right? It's cute.
But I was born in Michigan, so it's in my blood.
No, I can't see where any of our stored stuff. I see it in your hand. You're not being sly. Why do you throw so hard?
Gotta make sure it breaks.
I didn't mean to go for your face. Do not. Do not. Dodge, you're not here, you're not here.
Does it look like an angel?
Lovely.
Take out this section here. Are you allowed to do this?
I don't know. I don't think so. But, you know, you're from Florida, so you're used to sculpting sand. You're my snow angel.
You're in your lines.
Did you hit the camera? Do it gently. Oh!
Sorry, I meant to hit the camera. Nope.
Would you like me to do it? Oh!